in this show, the continuation of playing your most rockin' music. Let's do it! Welcome to the continuation of episode 59. I am Thomas Christ. This is You Rock, the show that plays the most rockin' music that you will find from independent artists, home studio recording musicians all over the internet. This is a little bit of a weird one because you're not here. I'm here, but you're going to be here at a later time, and that's okay. We can roll with that. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for all of the goodwill and good vibes and understanding that you showed after I had to bail on the first half of this episode. And I am super glad to be back in the saddle here and get this one rolled out. And I am very happy to say that, barring any unforeseen circumstances, we should be back on track to be live this Wednesday with another show, another full show. So get your tracks in if you haven't already. bit.ly/YouRockSubmit. This is the point where I would usually say hello to the people who are here in the chat, but I'm just recording this and I'm the only one here, so hello to all the people who will eventually watch this. Hi. Welcome. So, without further ado, we're going to get this thing back on track. We're going to get back to where we were in the show, and we got one here. So the last track we heard was from, if you watched the first part of this episode, it was from Empirism. Great track, and be sure to go and subscribe to Empirism. He's a really cool guy. Up next, we have a track from The Secret Legacy. This track is called "Aliens Are Invading 1986," and we better check the submission form and see what we have from The Secret Legacy, which of course is Costa Conjuro Ionis, and this is what he has to say about this track. Aliens Are Invading 1986. Hi, Thomas and all. Thomas, I know you love going back in time. So this goes all the way back to 1986. I was 18 years old, had only been playing guitar for 18 months. I recorded this in late 1986 at a studio near my house. It's a punk-based track. I have just got this converted from studio reels to MP3, adding more tracks slowly to slaps. Quality is pretty good. I was an average drummer. The actual song I wrote was when I was about 13. So call this my oldest song. Cheers and enjoy from Costa. And I'm sure we will, because Costa is an amazing artist. And so we'll get started again with the point 5 of episode 59, the second half, not even really a half, it's more than half, the largest portion of episode 59, with Conjuro Ionis, The Secret Legacy, and his track, Aliens Are Invading. Let's check it out.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That was The Secret Legacy, Costa Alejandro Giannis, and the track was called Aliens Are Invading, 1986, straight out of 1986. Man, did that ever rock. If there were people here in the chat, they would be going crazy right now for how awesome that track was. Thank you so much for sending that one in. You're going to find all the links, because usually I post them in the chat so you can kind of go and check out everybody as the show rolls along. But since we're not live here today, you're going to find those tracks. You're going to find those links to those tracks down in the description. And so go down there and check them out like you normally would. All right, up next we got Phantom Agents. And that's, of course, our good friend from Australia, Clint Kelleher. The Secret Legacy, also out of Australia. So we have a couple Australian artists from the land down under. And Phantom Agents has a track for us called Paradise. Let's find out what he wants us to know. This is what he says here about Paradise. Rock Pop will be 2 hours late. Sorry, unavoidable lately. Well, it doesn't matter at this point. You're not late for anything. You'll be right on time. I can assure you of that. And so, either way, no worries. We'll check out this track from Phantom Agents, Clint Kelleher, called Paradise. And so, here we go. This is Paradise. Let's check it out.
Deafening whispers loud and clear. The sound of nothing meets my ear. I get the message and I know the drill. The day the world stood still. In the mirror, stand and stare. Like a figure, nobody there. Time to spare and time to kill. This is the day the world stood still. He's hanging around the swimming pool with a mental cigarette. He knows what keeps the women cool. He knows what gets them wet. He came in search of paradise, even learned to drive. He came a living sacrifice to other people's lives. He came in search of paradise, even learned to drive. He came a living sacrifice to other people's lives. Deafening whispers loud and clear. The sound of nothing meets my ear. I get the message and I know the drill. The day the world stood still. He came in search of paradise, even learned to drive. He came a living sacrifice to other people's lives. Sister, not to leave out the twist and whisper. I wrote the songs that nearly made the bottom line of to hit the road. She ain't heavy, she's my sister. Knocking me out the twister. He came in search of paradise, even learned to cry. He came a living sacrifice for other people's lives. He came in search of paradise, even learned to cry. He came a living sacrifice for other people's lives. He came in search of paradise, even learned to cry. He came a living sacrifice for other people's lives.
That was Phantom Agents, Clint Kelleher, and the track was called Paradise. Man, what an exciting video that was. First of all, I was disoriented at the beginning because the beach was up here and the ocean was down here, and I was like, wait, is there something wrong? Do I need to adjust my monitor? What's going on here? And then the thing kicked in, and there's a Ronald McDonald looking individual there. Goes In-N-Out Burger, and then you got people jumping over people, and it's a groovy track. It's a really laid back track. Great track to like sit on the beach and listen to while you're having a nice beach day. It's that kind of a track. If you happen to be in a paradise like location, this is something you want to pop on. So be sure, get over there, because Clint Kelleher, Phantom Agents, has a lot of tracks just like that one, and also very different from that one. Usually there's some rap songs, there's some more poppy things, even some more rockin' songs. So you run the gamut really with Clint Kelleher, but they're always quality tracks. So get over and check out Phantom Agents, Clint Kelleher, because he's got some phenomenal stuff going on his channel. All right, who do we have up next? I'm so excited that this artist is back, because it seems like way too long of a time. But we are back, and Pagansong has returned to the fold. I just saw something recently that reminded me of Pagansong, and I thought maybe I should reach out and make sure that Pagansong is okay, because we hadn't heard from Pagansong, but Pagansong is back, and nobody is more excited about it than I am, and because I love Pagansongs with these unsettling soundscapes and the thunder gods and all the cool stuff that we've heard from Pagansong over the last little while, and so it's great to have Pagansong back with us. And this is what they say here about this track called The Vampyr, because of course, as I'm recording this, we're literally on the eve of Halloween. It's the All Hallows Eve as I'm recording this right now. It'll probably be Halloween, or maybe it might even be past by the time you see it, but this is what Pagansong says about The Vampyr. This is a traditional string quartet turned on its end. Usually the melody is in the violin, but I have it in the cello, and put the violins as backup. I snagged some sirens from Dracula's castle to delight your ear, and I hope you enjoy it in time for the spooky season. Happy Halloween! Well, I know there's probably no better person in the world to get us in the Halloween spirit than that of Pagansong. So I'm sure this is going to be very bone-chilling. And so we're going to have to get this going and check it out and give it a play. If I can get it to go to the right window, that would be super great. There we go. It's a little trick that you have to do there. So this is The Vampyr by Pagansong. Let's play it now. That was Pagansong with The Vampyr. I don't know about you, but I thought I heard something. I don't know. I'm pretty creeped out after that one. That was some scary stuff for Halloween. The magnificent job on that by Pagansong. There is something about strings that can be very creepy, especially like those plucked. You had those little pizzicato strings. Bing, 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 bing. That stuff is it's creepy stuff. It can be very unsettling, and it's used to great effect here in this Halloween-themed, vampire-themed track. And, of course, with the melody being played on the cello, almost probably a little bit reminiscent of some things that great band like Rasputina has done. Yeah, I could see this as being, this could be in some sort of vampire-themed video game or vampire movie very easily. It just has that unsettling and dark, lots of minor and diminished chords in there, and some really amazing string quartet writing and arrangement there by Pagansong. So we're glad to have Pagansong back. It's so awesome to have Pagansong's music back on the show, and just in time for Halloween. It's truly phenomenal. So get over there and check out Pagansong. Done a few things for Halloween, I think, and right now Pagansong is sitting at 49 subscribers. I don't know where Pagansong will be by the time you watch this, but you could be the 50th subscriber to Pagansong. So if you are, put it down and leave a comment and say, hey, leave a comment on Pagansong's video, but leave a comment here as well and say, hey, I was the 50th subscriber to Pagansong, and we'll say, right on, you're an awesome person. So thank you once again to Pagansong. Great job on that track, and it's great to once again have you back on the show. Up next, somebody who, if you're a regular on the show, almost needs no introduction. I can just say Zland, and you know what I mean. Michael, a.k.a. Zland Band with Electric Fog, and this is the information that Michael would like us to know before we play this one. Hi, Tom. Dance away in Electric Fog. All right. So, we're going to check this out. I'm excited to dance away in some Electric Fog. I can tell you that right now. While you listen to this, I'll be dancing. So let me get this happening here. And we're going to check this out. Electric Fog by none other than Michael, a.k.a. Zland. Let's hit it. That was Michael, a.k.a. Zland Band, with Electric Fog. And I don't know if you were listening to that and you weren't dancing. I think there's something short-circuited up here, man, because that is one heck of a banging dance track there from Michael, a.k.a. Zland. That's the thing with Michael. You never know what you're going to get. But what you do know is that it's going to be good. It's kind of like when you have those like pop-up restaurants, or those restaurants where there's no menu and stuff, where you just go in and the chef is going to make you something. And it's like a Michelin star chef, that back there. And he's going to craft you an amazing, incredible meal with the ingredients he has available, whatever is firing his creativity that day. And you're going to get an amazing and phenomenal, unforgettable meal, but you don't know what it's going to be. You just know it's going to be good. And that's what you get with Michael, a.k.a. Zland. He's cooking up the hits, and they're always different. And he's always got clever, interesting visuals, and always different, always doing something that he hasn't done before, and or doing something in a different way. And that's what's great about Michael, a.k.a. Zland. So I strongly encourage you to get over there and sub up Michael, a.k.a. Zland, folks, would you? Because he's truly amazing. He's doing this week after week. Very prolific musician, but also a very talented musician at the same time. And so I thank you once again to Michael, a.k.a. Zland. By the way, I have it on good authority that we're going to get something very special from Mr. Zland next week. It's going to be, might be related to what this channel and what I'm doing here. But we'll have to wait for Wednesday to check that out. So be sure to tune in on Wednesday to see what the latest is for Michael, a.k.a. Zland. Or, you could go over to Michael's channel and you could, but, it's more fun. It's more fun if you wait for it to air on the show. Or you could do both. Whatever floats your boat. That's what I'm all about. Hey, if you're digging this show, if you're digging what's happening here, even though we're not together live like we normally are, be sure to hit that thumb, as I like to say. And if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well. So you'll always know when we're live or when I have a pre-recorded video like I have today for you. You'll be the first to know about it, and you won't have to wait to hear about it secondhand. You won't have to ask your Aunt Susan, hey, did Thomas release a video? No. Is Thomas live right now? No, you'll be able to find out right away. And that's the best way to do it, if you ask me. And if you got a song, bit.ly/you-rock submit, and I'll get you on the next available show. So that's all good. That's how it works. Great stuff. All right, up next, we haven't heard from this individual for a while, but My Only Son is back. You may remember My Only Son. We heard some music from him a while back, and My Only Son is back with a track called Far Out. So we better get the deets about this one here, and this is what he says. Hello, everyone. Got a new single to share with you from my upcoming album. This song is a re-release, but made some changes here and there to make it sound different, I hope. Another really old song written entirely on my first acoustic guitar. I remember playing just the instrumental of this track, and my grandmother cried. Wow. Powerful stuff. Kind of felt bad. Anyway, here is my new song, and thanks, Tom, for all that you do for independent music. Well, it's my pleasure to be able to do that, and it's my pleasure to be able to play this brand new single here from My Only Son. So let's get this queued up here. We're over on Bandcamp, which is a great place to share your independent home recorded music at. So without further ado, let's check out this brand new single from My Only Son called Far Out.
same. What's left of me, I try to give it all away. And with all the doubt, am I wrong or right? This ends today, no, this ends tonight.
That was My Only Son with Far Out. Man, it's far out how amazing that song is. What a powerful track that is. What a well-recorded track, well-produced track. Like, the production on that is absolutely, quality-wise, in the stratosphere. This is somebody who really knows what they're doing, a really, really talented and skilled, not only musician, but producer. I mean, this is an artist in the truest sense of the word, and you can hear it in all the little details that are in this song, from the the vocals, how great are those vocals, to the harmonies, the different guitar tones that are used, from clean tones to heavier tones, and right where it's appropriate, and everything just seems to fit together really, really, really perfectly. There's even like some synth sounds that I detected in there at one point, very subtle, but they're in there, and yeah, and just the passion and the emotion, you can really feel. It's a track that really moves you and makes you feel something, and you can tell that it made the artist feel something as well, and that comes through in an amazing way in this track. I also want to point something out, because I noticed this and I thought this was really cool. Look at the O in Son, and then look at the logo that you have there. It's that same little shape, that same little kind of a, like, almost like a stick figure kind of thing, but that branding is really well done as well. And it just it gives a visual identity to the artist as well. So I just wanted to point that out and notice that, and I thought it was really cool, and I thought it was really really professional, and and radio stations, man, you should be playing this. This is radio quality stuff. So if you aren't hip to My Only Son, you are now, and you should definitely get over to that Bandcamp page and hit the follow button, because this is somebody that you want to go and buy the track too. It's only $1. I mean, that you can get a lot less value for $1 than a song like that. So it would be money well spent to pick up that track and put it in your personal archive, and you can listen to it whenever you please, or just go and check it out on the Bandcamp page. I'm sure he would appreciate it either way. But what a phenomenal track, and great stuff from My Only Son. Thank you for submitting that to You Rock. Well, when you combine what has been done, what we did on Wednesday, and what has happened here today, we have reached the halfway point of the show, and so that usually indicates something, and it indicates that. Well, it indicates this. Yeah, it's time for the halftime headbang. That's right. We've reached the halfway point of episode 59, and I've got a surprising artist here taking up the halftime headbang spot for, it might be the first time, maybe the second time. Not totally surprising, I guess, but not somebody that is always in this spot, but glad to have him here today. It's where he belongs in this case, and that would be our good friend Jerry Gomes is our halftime headbang today, and he comes to us with a track called Invisible, and here's what he said about this track. I think you may have heard this one before, but I thought it'd be a good one for the Halloween season. This song was written about the haunted streets of New Orleans. That's right. So this track rocks really hard, and your head is going to be banging when you hear this one, and we're going to have to head over to slaps.com to check this one out from our good friend longtime friend and supporter of the channel, Jerry Gomes. And let's get into this one. Our halftime headbang for episode 59. Let's rock. That was our halftime headbang for episode 59. And that was Jerry Gomes with Invisible. And man, the riffage in this song, so cool. It's got kind of a slow burn. It's kind of a dark one. And I like that kind of vibe. But then there's some parts where it really rocks out, and amazing stuff from Jerry Gomes, which is his stuff is always quality. Let's face it, but this one in particular is a pretty rockin' track. So there we go. That was our halftime headbang for today from Jerry Gomes, track called Invisible. If you haven't checked out Jerry Gomes over on slaps.com, he's also on YouTube. He's pretty much everywhere where you'd find music. That's where you need to go. And yes, I know that just as I record this last night, Metalhead Hippie, who also has a great channel, does a lot of great shows like this one. Check it out. Link is in the description. He did his Month of Metal show yesterday, so everybody's got metal tracks out. So what I would invite you to do is send those metal tracks in here and see if they can't get the halftime headbang slot, because we love our metal. I love metal here on this channel, and the show's called You Rock, and that's what it's all about. So get them in here, bit.ly/YouRockSubmit, and see if you can't get the halftime headbang for an upcoming show. Because that's what more coveted spot is there in metal music than the halftime headbang of You Rock? I don't know. I can't think of one. Anyway, great stuff. Thank you once again to Jerry Gomes, who's always rocking. All right, up next. Before we get to that, there are some. I do have to take a moment to thank some great people who make the show possible, and that would be our donors, our solid rockers. Solid Gold Rockers. What can I think today? My brain's not working. Solid Gold Rockers for the month of October, and this looks like probably going to be the final list for October. Brad Example, Jade Star, Gregory O'Sullivan, Howling Fret Fumbler, Joe and Barry Glenn, Folkpunk, Ron and Jenny at Wolfstone Studios, Frigsy, Metalhead Hippie, Hippie's House Band, who also was sponsored by the Hippie, Tremor Bear, The Mix Club, and Poo Poo in My Diaper donated together. Frank Terzo, who I still have to fix. He's on there twice. I got to fix that. Lou Reality, Leela, Dom Torregrossa, Scapular Winging Records, Mars Capone, and Uncle Mike in the Detention. A big thank you to all of those really incredible people. Thank you so much for helping to make this show possible. You guys rock in the most amazing way, and I owe you a debt of gratitude. If you want to be a Solid Gold Rocker, you can donate to help the channel. PayPal.me/Thomas Christ Music. We're going to be starting a whole new board for November, so you're going to want to be a part of that, potentially, if that's something you want to do. If not, you can just send your tracks in, and that also helps the show incredibly. You can hit the like button, you can subscribe, and all that is greatly appreciated and helps immensely to help keep doing what I'm doing here. All right, we're going to continue with the show. We're going to continue with a track from somebody we've been introduced to. I think it was PA who brought this individual to the community. That would be JUDAHX, and the track is called Blurry. Let's see what JUDAHX wants us to know about this track before I play it. And this is what Judah has to say. He says, this single is an introduction to a bigger project coming soon, an EP and a book that will be available hopefully early next year. This is the vibe, and the project will be titled Blurry as well. Wow, that's cool. I really dig artists that go beyond the medium of just music, because there are so many that do, and it's really really something when there's artists who combine music with art, painting, sculpture, writing, books, poetry. There's so much that can be, and of course the visual arts as well, movies and things like that. So I always love seeing that kind of big picture artist kind of thing. Somebody who's an artist in the truest sense of the word, in the fullest sense of the word, and that would be somebody like JUDAHX. So without further ado, we're going to check out Blurry by JUDAHX.
head is foggy, doubts are blurry. My head is foggy, my thoughts are blurry. Hey, can't see my reflection, can't dwell alone. Dark, my dark. A cycle of conspiracies, never leaving this dark room. I try to shift into my fantasies, but I'm prevented by my gloom. I just want to scream. Mind recites many fantasies. Can focus myself on clearing my brain, It might distract you from my ways, preventing you from seeing my mental Head is foggy, my thoughts are blurry. Hey, can't see my reflection, can only dwell in my dark, my dark.
That was JUDAHX with Blurry. Man, the whole aesthetic of this video, of this track, is really I dig it. It's kind of in my wheelhouse, and I like that. It's vaguely unsettling in some ways. At times it's tuneful and melodic. There are some really great vocal harmonies that are happening there in that kind of a chorus section, if you will, and then there's the spoken word that just the whole thing. It just creates this vibe of being on like some sort of a drug trip, or being just so engrossed in thoughts that it takes over your entire brain, and you can't think straight, and you can't see straight anymore. And then you have the this video that goes along with it, with this really blurry kind of picture of like smearing like makeup or blood all over the face, and it's just it's a very unsettling kind of a thing, but it's done in a very artistic sort of way, and that's my kind of thing. That's my kind of thing. I dig that. I like that. I appreciate it, and I can't wait to see more kind of things like this from JUDAHX. And so I've been really impressed with what JUDAHX has brought to the table so far, and I'm glad that I was introduced to Judah and their amazing music and channel. So get over there and subscribe to Judah. I know Judah's new to a lot of us, and still very new to the channel. This is only the third track, I think, that Judah has shared with us. So get on over there, hit the subscribe button, and let him know. Let Judah know that you dig what they're putting out and what they're doing here on the channel. So thank you so much, JUDAHX. Keep up the great work, and excited to hear what's next from you as well. So cool. All right. Next we got a track from Collin Stanton. Collin Stanton. Oh, you know what? I'm jumping ahead in the list. We'll get to Collin Stanton. Actually, up next we have John W. Adams. Before Collin Stanton, we got John W. Adams, and this is a track featuring his daughter Alexa Mooring. When I Look in Your Eyes. We've heard a track with Alexa before, and we know that this is she has some phenomenal vocals, and so When I Look in Your Eyes. He says, okay, this is the last song that I currently have with Alexa on vocals. Actually, the first I recorded with her. Enjoy. All right. So we're going to check this one out. And, yeah, Alexa is an amazing talent, as is John. Very talented family. And you know what I say, the family that rocks together flocks together. I think that's how that goes. I don't know. My brain is kind of mush today. But let's take a listen to this one. This is When I Look in Your Eyes, John W. Adams, featuring Alexa Mooring.
When I look in your eyes, I feel I've been found. I feel I've been lost and nothing sane without your touch to guide me through just one more day without you. There's a breeze in my face as I turn to face you. You look down and smile as if nothing's wrong and all is lost. So guide me through just one more day without you. When I close my eyes, I can see your eyes. I think about you. I think about us, and we are two, and two are one. I think about you, I think about us, and we are two, and two are one. When I look in your eyes, I feel I've been found. I feel I've been lost in nothing sane without your touch to guide me through past is an open book of lies. When I look in your eyes, you look in my eyes.
That was John W. Adams and featuring Alexa Mooring, When I Look in Your Eyes. So, we all, I think we're all going to be really, really fortunate to be able to say, hey, I was there. I got to hear Alexa Mooring before she got really famous and was a big pop star. Great vocalist that you hear on this track has to be going places, big places and exciting places with a voice like that. Phenomenal and underpinned really expertly by John W. Adams. And so they make a heck of a duo, I think. And yeah, I mean, you could just hear the talent that these people have. And what a talented family they are. So I encourage you to go and subscribe to John W. Adams. That way, anything that he does, either by himself, he does some amazing solo music, or anything he does with Alexa Mooring, you will know about it. You will be able to be the first to hear it, and that's what it's all about. So thank you very, very much, John W. Adams. We've really been spoiled to be able to hear Alexa's singing and incredible vocals on some of these tracks, and I just I wish you all the best of luck in everything and success, and I think you're gonna go amazing places, and I'm kind of glad that we got to hear Alexa here first before anybody else. So, and John, share that talent with the world that she has, because she has a phenomenal voice. 'Cause I don't need to tell you that. You know that. You're very aware of it, and now we all are. So thank you for sharing that with us. Really appreciate it. All right. So I did promise you some Collin Stanton, and we are at that point now where we will listen to Collin Stanton, even though I teased it a little early. But nonetheless, Collin Stanton, Down to the Soul. Let's see what he said here about this one. So I have to admit that I dropped the ball a little bit, because he sent this track and another track in, and I think this one, because it was sent in as just C.S. Stanton instead of Collin Stanton, I missed this one. They said, I give you the choice, Thomas. This song may be more appropriate, since if the day I was born on was special in any way whatsoever, aside from the Queen's coronation in 1952, is that I've learned everyone both deserves and needs a little loving, down to the soul. Your choice, Thomas. Lol, I vote for this one. Lol. So I played the other one because I didn't see this one. If I had seen this one, I probably would have done this first. But you know what? We're going to get to hear both of them anyway, because we had the other track from Collin last week, and now we're going to hear Down to the Soul. So maybe it's, I think it's going to prove worth waiting for. So my apologies, I didn't see it last week, but it's here on the show this week, and I'm excited to share this one with you, because we all know how tremendous Collin Stanton is. He is a heck of a guitar player, heck of a singer, heck of a songwriter, out of Montreal, Canada. This is Collin Stanton, Loving Down to the Soul. That was Collin Stanton with Down to the Soul. And yeah, everybody does want love. Who doesn't want that? And probably have to be some sort of weird sociopath to not want that. So yeah. And you know what I say about Collin? He's kind of he's our philosopher, and he doesn't disappoint here on this track at all. He's got a great blues riff, of course, underpinning this whole thing, and I love the way he processes his vocals. He just has this huge voice that sounds really commanding and really but not in an aggressive way, but in a timeless sort of way. I don't know. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, if you've heard Collin Stanton, just like in this track, you know what I'm talking about. And he does some phenomenal work on all of his tracks. You need to get over there. You need to be subscribed to Mr. Stanton. Rocking it from Montreal, Canada. Really, really a talented individual. So thank you very much, Collin Stanton. And my apologies that I didn't get that track on last week. But we all got there at the end of the day, and that's what's important. I will say it's a little weird doing this show without an audience. I keep thinking like, oh, I gotta check the comments, and then like, oh yeah, there won't be any comments because unless I write them, I could write my own comments, but that'd be kind of silly. Anyway, so yeah, hope you're digging the show. Hope you're digging this format. Never know, may have to do some more these pre-recorded kind of shows in addition to the live shows, which will hopefully continue. Thank you very much once again to Collin Stanton. Up next, we have Tobias H. Reese, and this is Tobias and the Graveyard Arsonists, which is his metal project, and this a track called Little Miss Black Magic. All right, so we'll find out what Tobias wants us to know about this one. So he says, "Greetings, Thomas. First off, thank you for playing Boris Karloff last week. You're welcome. Always welcome to play your tunes. Here's another song from the Halloween-themed Rock Saga Theater metal album All Hallows Eve, an album where each track was inspired by classic film ghouls and or Western folklore legends. For the track this week, Little Miss Black Magic almost didn't make the album due to the rather chauvinistic and cliche trope. However, feeling the music to be textured enough with strong riffs and fun wordplay, I included it. I'm not saying it isn't dumb overall, and the dumb is in quotes, because it kind of is, but it's so much fun to play. Also, being one of the shorter tracks, it's the most fair to share with shows like this one. Many of the tracks on the album are in the spirit of Iron Maiden epics and clock in well over the 7-minute mark. If anyone likes this, you're cordially invited to my channel to hear weekly uploads from this project. I'll have a playlist including the tracks which are too long to share on live stream shows. The album will be available through Bandcamp, or if you are strapped for cash, simply email Tobias and he will send you a zip file. What a gentleman, and what a kind-hearted individual. Wants to just share his music with people. If you can buy it, great. If you can't, there's other options available. He's going to help you out. Happy Halloween, everyone. P.S. Next week, I'll be sending in an instrumental called John Carpenter, a.k.a. How to Conduct a Seance. You won't want to miss it. Well, we'll be waiting for that one. But in the meantime, we're going to check this one out. Little Miss Black Magic from Tobias and the Graveyard Arsonists from the All Hallows Eve album. So, let's check it out. This is Tobias H. Reese, Graveyard Arsonists, and the song is called Little Miss Black Magic.
spells, you'll come undone. Trust me, you aren't the only one. A book of the dead, filled with each victim. Under her spells, blood begins scalding. Better keep clear of a little mismagic without your heart. Toss it in the cauldron.
That was Tobias H. Reese. Tobias and the Graveyard Arsonist, Little Miss Black Magic. And I'm going to say right off the bat, I think this is probably my favorite Tobias H. Reese song thus far. I really dig this one. I dig the themes in it. You better watch out for this girl. She's going to mess you up. And she's gonna take your heart and throw it in a cauldron. You don't want that. I don't know why she would do that, but it's not a very nice thing to do. Anyway, but yeah, this cool video, such a cool video. Obviously got a friend of his, I think, to appear in the video there, as the titular character. Oh, and you actually have. I mean, this isn't just Tobias H. Reese. You got Jamie Valentine on guitar. You got Aloysia Van Bearden on bass and backing vocals. Christian Blue on drums and drum programming. And Soraya Blue on synth, percussion, and vocals. So, yeah. And Alexandra LaBelle is the girl that you see appear in the video. Mamsie Graham also involved in that one. So yeah, a lot of people in this project here, and it's certainly a phenomenal track. I think Tobias's vocals really fit this track particularly well, and I like the darkness of it, a little subtle darkness, the kind of thing that I go for, and yeah, I just all around enjoyed this track. It's got like the fast pace to it, and it certainly rocks. Some great riffage happening there as well, and it's a catchy little tune too. It is catchy. but I like I like the lyrics as well. Yeah, just everything about this track. I really, really enjoyed. So thank you so much to Tobias Reese. He's just passed 100 subscribers, so you can get over there. You can subscribe as well and help his channel to continue to grow. He does so much amazing music, and it's a real shame that he's only at 104 subscribers. He should have a lot more than that if you ask me, but I probably could say that about just about every artist that I play on this show, if I'm being totally fair. So, but thank you for sending that in, and hopefully that's another one. Get you in the mood for some Halloween, because it's coming. It might be Halloween by the time I finish this show, because it's late on Sunday evening. So Monday is the day. Monday is the day to get your costumes out, get your candy out, and trick or treat, smell my feet, all that stuff. All right, up next, we got one from another great friend, great supporter of the channel, and that would be Folkpunk. And he sends us this track called "If I Could Be Better." Let's see what Folkpunk wants us to know about this track before we feast our ears upon it. He says, "Hello, Thomas, and you rockers. Imagine, if you will, an impromptu jug band riding on a flatbed train car, along with their signature red bandana bindles. Each wanderer has some kind of homemade instrument, and each takes a turn offering a tune for all to jam on together. Here is one song from that scene about trying to get things back on track after they have fallen off the rails." Wow. There's quite a little bit of a backstory and a concept behind this one, which I wouldn't expect any less from Folkpunk. So let's check this one out. This is "If I Could Be Better," original Folkpunk demo track from the Empty House tapes by none other than Mr. Folkpunk. That was folk punk with If I Could Be Better. I don't think you could get much better than that track right there. That's classic folk punk in this track. It's got a little bit of that jug band kind of bow 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 with the bass and everything. It's got a little bit of that feel to it. It's got those signature folk punk vocals over the top. That's almost like, it's almost like a little bit of a cross between like singing and almost like straining your voice to the point of screaming, but not quite there. And I love that sound. It's you hear it and that's folk punk. And it conveys a lot of emotion and a lot of passion about whatever he's singing about in the track. And of course, you got the great train track footage there to go along with it, which kind of underscores that whole theme that he was talking about with the band playing on the train car. And it's just really, really, really phenomenal stuff. Really excellent stuff from folk punk, and it kind of I think this is a signature folk punk song right here. And if you're gonna listen to one folk punk song, this wouldn't be a bad one, in my opinion. Wouldn't be a bad one to get into it with. And so go and check this out and subscribe to folk punk, because he does a lot for this channel. He's consistent. He's a consistent supporter and a consistent submitter to the channel, week in and week out. He's always got something really cool. He's another very prolific artist as well, and really passionate about what he does, and does things in a really excellent way. So thank you very much, folk punk. That was phenomenal and really cool, and I appreciate the heck out of that one. All right, we are gonna go. So it is a little weird not having anyone here for this part of the show, but you know what? It wouldn't be a U Rock show if we didn't have some SBD, the best band in the whole world, and they've got a track for us here called "The Sun God Has Returned." So we definitely have to get our background information from Wack, and let's see what he says about this one here. It's always this is always a fun part of the show, reading Wack's description. Whoa, what the balls is going on in 80s new wave pioneer Thomas Dolby? I love being called Thomas Dolby because I love Thomas Dolby. She blinded me with science. It's great fucking song. For those of you who don't remember, that's the guy who did She Blinded Me with Science. There you go. Anyways, while we were digging through our archives the other day under the impression that we were pretty close to winding down with everything SPD, we managed to find more Traculas. Yes. I don't have anything really to really say about this track, since we didn't even know it existed until a few days ago. The only thing I can think of that it kind of relates to was one of our dumb stage ideas, and we had a few of them, the Red Sun. I had these stage lights that were super old, and we had an idea to use only one of the canisters and extend the pole as high as we could, so it was touching the bar ceiling, and replace the bulb with a giant 1,000 watt red one, so it would pretty much cook the stage and the audience, and we would pretend to worship the Red Sun. Pretty stupid idea. Another one, we were going to dress up Shane in a hunter's jacket and a football helmet. Another time he wanted to wear a Phantom of the Opera mask. Shane was the wild card of the band, you see? Another one we had was our highly innovative 3D concert that was going to be called SPD 3D. Oh, that would have been cool. We were going to have a bunch of blue and red strobe lights on the stage and hand out these 3D glasses to the audience, then go up to their face and wave our hands really fast, yelling, "Whoa, it's like you're really on the stage." I thought it would be funny to try to hold in my laughter looking out at the crowd, staring at us with these dumb 3D glasses. None of these ever came into fruition, however. That's a shame. I wish they did, because they sound like a lot of fun, all of them. They're all brilliant ideas that should have happened. Now on to the song. Stay tuned next week for more from the SPD saga. All right. So now that we've heard from Wayak, and we've been properly primed to hear this one from the best band in the whole world, SPD, let's take a listen to it. This is The Sun God Has Returned by the best band in the whole world, SBD. That was SBD, the best band in the whole world. You see, with the Sun God has returned. So the first thing I'll say about that track, I was freaking mesmerized by these visuals. What the hell were you guys using for visuals, man? That was cool. That was really cool. I was just entranced by that. I'm like, what? The things were just like melting into each other and different stuff. Man, that was if you're gonna have visualization, like if we can't actually see you guys performing, that I want to see that. that fit the music so perfectly. It was like that's like a 3-tab thing, you know. That's what you see after 3 tabs. And the music was perfect for that kind of a thing too. Like it just it was a trip. The whole thing was a trip, man. Yeah, I think the Sun God did come back or something. Something happened. Yeah, that's some far out stuff, guys. One of your trippiest tracks. I think it's helped by those visuals, certainly a lot. You know, but yeah, it's just the natural the way you guys can just were able to just jam and have it just sound so effortless and so natural. Like it was really cool. I love this spirit of experimentation and improvisation, and you know, we're constantly impressed week after week by SBD and all that SBD has to offer. So thank you so very, very much for continuing to share this stuff, and we can't wait to hear what is next from the SBD saga Gaga next week. So we're looking forward to that. Thank you very, very much. Get over to the SBD YouTube channel and sub it up because these folks are so cool to be sharing this. The greatest band in the world. You know, what can you say? Hard to argue with that. The best band in the whole world. There's no, you know, can't dispute it. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. All right, cool. So, who, you know, the tough act to follow, I will say, but follow it, we will. We got a track here from Nick Apostolaris, and he sends us this track called Cold and Blue. Let's find out a little bit more about this one from Nick and see what he had to say here about this track. Cold and Blue is an odd little bonus song off my EP For the Times. It's the beginning of the crime and redemption story that continues with I-84 and Lockdown looking up. Guitar solos on this track by the incredible Tim Van Slyke in the Shadow of Giants. Thanks, Tim, and thanks for what you're doing, Tom. Well, thank you. All right, cool. So this is Nick and Tim on this one, and let's so we got to go over to Nick's Bandcamp page, and we'll take a listen to this. This is Cold and Blue by Nick Apostolaris.
Said, talk to the hand. When she made that stand, I'm not December's man. Cut and dry, the whys aren't always the why. It was overdue, cold and blue. It took you rough, hit me real hard. I can't even see my next card. I ain't going too far. Cut and dry, the whys aren't always the why. I bet she knew. Cold ugly old scowl blowing away from you. Yeah, me needed an ID, and someone thought to call me. Her hands were cold and blue, cut and dry. The whys aren't always the why. I bet she knew, cold and blue. I took it rough, it hit me real hard. I can't even see my next card. Guess I'm not going too far. Talk to the hand, and nothing gonna stand. Cold and blue.
That was Cold and Blue by Nick Apostolaris. Yeah, I love that really bluesy, really it's just a low down bluesy kind of jam there. And the guitar work by Tim was in fact phenomenal. It was really impressive, really great stuff. And yeah, I dug this track. What can we say? We've been hearing from Nick Apostolaris. We've been floored by how great this music is that he's producing, and this is another example of that, and an excellent one as well. So I thank you very much, Nick, for sending that track our way, and you can grab that full album. All the links for all these songs, like I said, are going to be down in the description. The link to his Bandcamp, to this song on Bandcamp, so you can buy the track for a name your price. You can buy the full album for the times, and that's also name your price. So he's nothing if not fair, and he just wants to make sure that you can get that music out and get it in your collection. And you can also buy it on vinyl. You can buy the whole album on vinyl for $20, which is also super amazing, super cool. You don't see that very often. It does look like a nice vinyl record as well. So, Nick's thought of it all, and he's got it all going on over there on his Bandcamp page. Thank you very much, Nick, for sending that track in. Up next, we've got somebody who I like to refer to as the conscience of our community, and that would be none other than Frank Terzo, and also amazing supporter of this channel as well. He sends this track called Can't Break Me. So let's see what Frank would like us to know about Can't Break Me. He says, this is track number 5 of my up-and-coming album, made in '64. Is this the first we're hearing of the new Frank Terzo album? It may be. It's the first I think I've heard of it. But that is some exciting news. So we have a Frank Terzo album to look forward to. Many people experience adversity in life. Adversity comes in many shapes and forms, such as illness, trauma, suffering, sorrow, addictions, abuse, job loss, financial difficulty, and many more misfortunes. This song is about resilience and perseverance, which is what we see on the other side of adversity. We should embrace the struggles you face today, as they will serve a purpose in your life tomorrow. Don't let the hardships break you. Let them make you. Wow. That is powerful words from Frank Terzo, and yeah, I mean, that's exactly what is so great about Frank's music. It's always got a powerful message, and a positive message for all of us that we can all relate to. And this one seems like it will be the same, because we all deal with adversity in various ways. You know that. So let's take a listen to this one. This is Can't Break Me by Frank Terzo.
They can't break me. Moving on. There ain't no rest for a wanted man. Oh, with the price tag on his head. Right. With the pistol in my bag. I was headed west cross Highway 1 when they stopped me in my tracks. But I've been up Shit's Creek with a broken paddle. Swam my way with the chain and anchor. Crawled my way through the drowns of whiskey and they can't. They can't break me. Oh no. They can't break me. Lord, you know I never hung a wall. Lord, let's break these prison walls. Love, sweet love, I can feel you next to me. Gonna bust on out of here, just you wait and see. Well, I've been up Shit's Creek with the broken paddle. Swam my way with the chain and anchor. Crawled my way through the drowns of whiskey, but they can't. Up Shit's Creek with the broken paddle. Swam my way with the chain and anchor. Crawled my way through the drowns of whiskey, and they can't. No, they can't break me. Oh, they can't break me. Oh, son, I tell you, they can't break me. They got me in shackles, but they can't break me.
That was Frank Terzo, and that was Can't Break Me. And yeah, again, what a powerful message you have there. Frank, telling it, such a phenomenal track there with these very like southern rock inspired kind of riffs happening, and it's a catchy tune, as a lot of Frank's tracks are, very well produced, and again, this powerful message: you can't break me. No matter what happens, you're gonna stay strong. You're gonna persevere. You're gonna overcome whatever difficulties may come your way, and ultimately, you can't be broken. And I think that's a tremendous message there from Frank Terzo. He's always got an amazing message for all of his tracks. I kind of wonder about the motorcycle driving in the snow. That seems like it would be, at the very least, very cold. That would have to be bone-chillingly cold driving a motorcycle in the snow. But hey, you can't break him. So thank you so much, Frank Terzo. Again, such a phenomenal human being, phenomenal musician, and excellent track by Frank Terzo. Thank you so much for sending that one in. If you want to send a track into the show, bit.ly/URockSubmit. We'll get you on the next one. All right. Got a little bit more to go, so don't click away from the video just yet. Up next, we have Starts with a Con, and they send us a track called Fair Street. And let's take a look and see. And that's right. This is I knew the band name wasn't familiar to me, but the artist is, and the artist is behind this is TJ Zindel. So this is what TJ Zindel says about this one. Hey TC, this is a song I wrote with two of my best friends for a new side project called Starts with a Con. It's about some interesting family members. Sorry about the SoundCloud link. The YouTube links haven't gone up for some reason. All right, cool. So we're going to take a listen to this. It's pretty exciting stuff. Been a little while since we've heard from TJ Zindel, but TJ is back with this exciting new side project to friends of his. So we are going to give this one a listen, and let me just bring it in here. This is Fair Street by Starts with a Con.
in the driver's seat in the driver's seat. He was a tough son of a gun. He was a tough son of a gun. He was a tough son of a gun. On my South Carolina, till I'm the only one.
That was Fair Street by Starts With a Con. Wow. What about the energy in that track? Man, that one really brings it in a big way. Kind of harkens back a little bit to some of TJ's other stuff that I enjoyed as well. And it just has a real punch to it. It has a real energy. And I certainly appreciate the heck out of that. You got to love TJ's vocals. They're always super strong. And, yeah, I think this, I think that Starts With a Con is, this is a heck of a start for Starts With a Con. And I'd say it starts with a punch to the face. And this is it. So I'm really excited to hear more from Starts With a Con. It looks like there's already, am I wrong in saying there's 10 tracks already up there on the SoundCloud. So there's a lot to check out from these individuals, and man, they're making a big impression right off the bat. So you can get over there to the SoundCloud page, and also if you look up TJ Zindel on YouTube, you can find him. Subscribe to him there as well. But I'm digging this new side project. I think it's a winner. I think you're on the right track with this one. So thank you so very, very much to TJ Zindel for sending that one on in. And we're excited to hear more from Starts With a Con, because it started with a bang here on You Rock. So thank you once again. All right, it's time. It's time for this part of the show right here, where we see how you have got it covered.
You've got it covered.
Alrighty, it is time for You've Got It Covered, and this is the part of the show where we listen to all the ways that you've got it covered. And we got three yummy little covers here to check out today. And we're going to start things off with a man who is very familiar to You Rock and to the show. And that would be none other than J.D.L, John David Lees. And he sends us this track. This is Tear Away, which is a cover of a song by Drowning Pool. All right. I'll tell you a little, just a little anecdote. I saw Drowning Pool on Ozfest 2001. It was the first Ozfest that I went to. And let me tell you something. Wasn't necessarily this song, but their most famous track, of course, is Bodies. And I was kind of walking. I don't know, maybe was getting a drink or something. I don't know what I was doing. But I was up on, there was like a hillside in this venue where they had Ozfest here in Pittsburgh. And let me tell you something. When they went into Bodies, the place just exploded. I mean, absolutely exploded. It didn't matter where you were. Everywhere in that venue was all of a sudden was a mosh pit. Okay, I had never seen more energy in one place than when they played that song. I mean, that song is it's a hell of a song, man. Bodies. So yeah, that's the memory I have of Drowning Pool. I wasn't even really paying that much attention to them. I didn't really, they were still brand new. Didn't know that much about them. I knew the Body song. That's all I knew. And yeah, when they launched into Bodies, man, that place went absolutely apeshit. And it was cool. It was really cool to actually be able to be there, and to witness that. And that was with the original singer, who unfortunately has passed away. But yeah, it was that was a lot of that was explosive. There's the only way to put that. All right, and of course, in true J.D.L. fashion, we're gonna get back to this track, this cover of "Tear Away" by Drowning Pool. In true J.D.L. fashion, there are a number of collaborators. There's a few collaborators here on this track. So, this is J.D.L. along with R4 and Hugh Caldwell recorded this cover with the help of my dog Mika. This song used to be on rotation in my house constantly in the early noughts. It's called "Tear Away," which was originally recorded by the American new metal band Drowning Pool. Hope you like it. All right, well, let's I like me some new metal. I'm not anti new metal. I dig the energy, and I dig the sound of new metal time to time. It's certainly had a big influence on me because I was at a formative age when that stuff was popular. So, excited to hear this one from J.D.L. This is a cover of "Tear Away" by Drowning Pool, covered by J.D.L., Hugh Caldwell, and R4.
Tearing away, pieces are falling, I can't seem to make them stay. You run away, faster and faster, you can't seem to get away. Break!
It was J.D.L. with cover along with R4 and Hugh Caldwell of Tear Away by Drowning Pool. Yeah. Is there anything that J.D.L. can't do? I don't think there is. I'm pretty sure he could probably. Yeah, I mean, yeah. He's one of the most versatile vocalists. Versatile. I say that. Versatile vocalists I've ever heard. And that's not hyperbole at all. This was absolutely phenomenal. He even had some screaming in there. Like, that's what I mean. I've heard J.D.L. I've heard him do Eminem. I've heard him do just, all kinds of different artists, different bands, and now Drowning Pool. I was a little surprised when I saw that come in. I was like, oh, Drowning Pool, wow. But he did it phenomenally, and I shouldn't be surprised by that at all, because J.D.L. always does that, and he nailed this one along with got to give some props to Hugh Caldwell and R4. They also did a great job covering this one as well, and it's a great track, and really, really well covered by J.D.L., Hugh Caldwell, and R4. So thank you guys for sending that one on in. Get over there, subscribe to J.D.L's channel, because you never know what's coming next. It might just surprise you. Thank you once again to J.D.L. All right, up next on the You've Got It Covered segment of the show, we've got one from our German friend Weltenkinder, and this one is Flames of Love, cover of Fancy. So let's find out a little bit more about this one. And so this is what Weltenkinder says about this. This song is in classic 80s Italo disco number. I wanted more rock and had it because of the footage of the Dias de los Muertos as a Halloween track in mind. All right. So yeah, let's we're gonna check this one out. I have to say, not familiar with the original track in this case, but nonetheless, we know it's gonna be quality because it's Weltenkinder. So this is Flames of Love by Fancy, as covered by Weltenkinder. Let's do it. That was Weltenkinder with a cover of Fancy's The Flames of Love. And yeah, Weltenkinder did such a great job on this one, as should be expected. As we're very, very familiar with the level of talent that Weltenkinder has, and he took this. It's got a dancey vibe to it, but it also has a little bit of a rock vibe as well. And of course, he did fantastic vocals on this one, and a really cool video. I love the Deo de los Muertos theme there as well. So it's tremendous work from Weltenkinder. And if you're not hip to Weltenkinder, you really should be. You should be on his channel. You should be subscribed. And so get on over there. Click that link in the description and let Weltenkinder know that you dig that track, because did a really phenomenal job on that one. We got one more cover to play here in our section of covers, and this one comes to us by way of Happy Ron, because we can always use a little bit more happiness, and nobody brings it like Happy Ron. He's got a track for us called God-Shaped Hole, which is a cover of Chuck Cannon. So another track that I'm not familiar with the original version of, but we're going to check it out nonetheless. So it says, played this song only one time on stage after a painful breakup, then sent it to my ex. One of the best instrumental performances ever by my band. Wow. All right. Well, that definitely cements that we need to check this out right away. And so this is God-Shaped Hole, cover of Chuck Cannon by the one, the only, Happy Ron.
My name's Happy Ron, and this song is by the great Chuck Cannon. It's about trying to be with somebody who's got a hole in their soul that's so big, only God can fill it. Tried to fix you with forgiveness. Tried to heal your heart with love. Tried to sweeten up your bitterness, but I could never do enough. The place inside of you that's broken goes all the way down to your soul. And I'm a fool forever hoping that I could fill a God-shaped hole. I can roll the stone away. This ain't no resurrection day. I'm not a saint, I don't have a prayer. This just ain't my cross to bear. I can see it's time for me to set a slightly lower goal, 'cause I can't fill a God-shaped hole. Now I've been trying to be your savior, and I've been feeling crucified. I did not ever want to waver or cry these tears that I have cried. a slightly lower goal. 'Cause I can't fill a God-shaped hole. I can't fill a God-shaped hole. The great Chuck Cannon.
That was the great Happy Ron with a cover of Chuck Cannon's God-Shaped Hole. Yeah, man, that was just a beautiful job by Ron and the bass player and the keyboard player there. I'm again not familiar with the original track, but I don't think I need to be to get the sense that that was an excellent job by everybody there, and certainly a moving, powerful track there to cover. And yeah, you can't be somebody's savior. They have, if they don't want it. Some people can be very difficult, and some people are just too, to put it bluntly, a little too fucked up for you to be able to help. You can try, but if the problems are that big, you're gonna fail. And it can feel like a God-shaped hole in their lives. But yeah, beautiful job there by Happy Ron. Love the vocals, and man, you gotta give it up for that double bass player. That has some real power to it. It has some real thick low end. It's kind of surreal watching him play that with a bow, and it's like some sort of like a giant's violin or something. It's it's a little surreal watching that, but sounds amazing. So thank you very much, Happy Ron, with another great cover there for us. And yeah, that's gonna do it for the You Got It Covered segment. And we've just proven that you got it covered. You certainly do. And Thank you to J.D.L, Weltenkinder, and Happy Ron for those incredible covers. All right, we happen to have 3 final tracks to take us home in this in this second half of episode 59, this second portion of, bigger chunk of episode 59. And so we're going to go next to Pitchmaster. But Pitchmaster's got a collaborator here on this track, Ian Sorensen. And this is a instrumental demo of a track called Essence. Let's see what he said about this one. Greetings, Thomas Christ, my friend from high school, created this awesome chord progression in Logic Pro, and I, because he wanted it improved, added melodies atop his chord progression. He likes how this turned out, and I hope you will too. Cheers. Pitchmaster of Omni Collective Creativity. All right, so we're going to get in here and check this one out from Pitchmaster and Ian Sorensen. All right. This is the first collaborative track that we've heard from Pitchmaster. So let's give it a play here, give it a virtual spin. Pitchmaster and Ian Sorensen with Essence. That was Omni Collective, Creativity, Pitchmaster, and Ian Sorensen together on the track called Essence. Man, that one, that actually was a little spooky for Halloween, if you ask me. That definitely had a little bit of Halloween, a little bit of unsettling kind of vibes to it. And yeah, I dug that that chord progression was very, very cool, and I like what Pitchmaster did over the top of that one. There was some like wobbly, almost dubstep like bass sounds in there at one point, and yeah, it was a really great job there by Pitchmaster and Ian Sorensen. Should work together, maybe on some more stuff, because yeah, sometimes two heads are better than one, you know, and sometimes it's cool to get two different people's ideas and mash them together and come up with something whose whole is greater than the sum of its parts, you know, which I think is what's happened here with this one. This is really good. You could actually hear this being, you know, maybe in soundtrack for some sort of a short horror movie or something like that, short film, or you know, some sort of part of a soundtrack for a video game or something with a bit of a horror, bit of a dark theme to it. So yeah, I like that one. Great stuff. Thank you to Pitchmaster on the Collective Creativity. Get over there and subscribe and leave some comments there for Pitchmaster, because he's done some fabulous work on that track together with Ian Sorensen. Thank you once again. All right, we got two more tracks left to go. So this is our, what do they call it? The penultimate track here. And this is somebody we've not heard from a lot lately. I know he's been real busy. 15th Bend. 15th Bend, since this one, the title is no title yet, just the backing track. So let's find out what 15th Bend wants us to know here about this one. He says, "Hey Thomas, this is a backing track / beat I made while I'm recovering from my injury." Oh man. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Shit. I hope that's going well, and I hope you're feeling a lot better. And he said, "I thought before I do something with it, I'll share it around and let other artists, singers, songwriters, guitarists, rappers use this to create something of their own. Also, while I recover, I started dipping my toes into live streaming when time and 16th Bend allow. So I'll play all the submissions from the artists on my stream. I've already received a few, and I'm waiting for some. I did record an outro solo on this just to remember what I'll do with it later, but couldn't polish it up since I got injured. Yeah, man. Hope you like what you hear. Rock on." All right. So yeah, I hope you're doing well in your recovery from that injury, and hope things are settling down for you a little bit, and hope you're able to get back to creating in full. But yeah, we've had stuff like this from does this a lot is Adam Burse. Adam Burse. We haven't heard from Adam in a little while, but he sometimes sends us tracks that he wants people to use and jam on and stuff. And so 15th Bend has done that here with this track, and I think that's a great idea. I love that kind of thing. And so let's check this out. And yeah, so this is something that you can go over if you like it, if you're feeling it, go over to 15th Bend's channel and do something with this beat, with this backing track. If you want to play guitar, you want to sing, you want to rap, you want to do anything, whatever you want to do, and make a recording of it and then send it back into 15th Bend, and he'll play it on one of his live streams. How cool is that? All right, let's take a listen to this one. This is the backing track. No title yet. So let's take a listen. All right, that was 15th Ben. You made a little beat. And if you want to put something over top of that, if you want to do something on that, he's encouraging you to do that. And it's it's almost, I like it almost just by itself without anything. So it can only get better from there. So do whatever you feel. If you feel like doing something on that track, I encourage you to do it. I encourage you to just send it on over to 15th Bend, and he's gonna play it all on a live stream. So how great is that? I think that's an excellent idea, and I love it. I think it sounds phenomenal. I think you guys can do some great stuff with that one, and I encourage you to do that, and I love that kind of thing. So thank you, 15th Ben, for sending that in, and what a creative idea, and I'm all for that kind of collaborative efforts like that. All right, we're gonna close. So that was penultimate song, 15th Bend. Ultimate song here is Dan Eckberg, and he sent this in Everyday Freakout. So let's get the information from Dan. Dan the man. He's probably winning an app on Jade Star's Patreon. Somehow, right now, even though that's not even happening right now, but he's probably doing it because he always wins apps on Jade's Patreon. It's become a bit of a meme almost, inside joke. But anyway, Dan sends us this Everyday Freakout, and he says, we're coming up on Halloween. We are. Actually, it is Halloween right now. It just turned Halloween as I'm recording this. So, perfect timing. It would almost be a sin for me not to include my old school horror movie video for Everyday Freakout. And he's right. This was a halftime headbang last year. This maybe was a Songtember track. I think something like that. Anyway, it's a great track, and it's a perfect track to close out this delayed but not denied episode of episode 59 of the U-Rock. And so without further ado, to close us out here on episode 59.5 of U-Rock, this is Everyday Freakout by Mr. Dan Eckberg.
No light, locked tight, padded hell, but there's no guards to keep from the breaking. This is a prison of your own making. Spend your days with a walking dead, locked up with the thoughts in your head. Time for you to rage and fight against the dying of the light. Locked in,
That was Dan Eckberg, Everyday Freakout. Usually it's Dan who's lucky, but I think we're the ones who are lucky to be able to check out this Dan Eckberg track. It is a classic, and it is perfect for the Halloween season. Got the horror movie vibes going on in that one, and yeah, I love the aggressiveness of this track, and lyrics are really great lyrics as well, and that's important to me, so I like that. And yeah, nothing not to like about this one from Dan Eckberg. So I encourage you, go over, say hello to hi Dan Eckberg, and yeah, subscribe to the channel. Also, yeah, you can join Jade's Patreon, and you'll be able to find out about all the apps that he wins on there. He's a lucky fellow. I don't know how he does it. But yeah, he's I hope I don't jinx him by doing this, but I don't think so. I think he'll be safe. But yeah, it's a fun thing. It's entertaining. Anyway, talented guy, and also because I get to hear a lot of stuff over on that Patreon before you guys hear it. I know that he's working on a lot of cool stuff that's different that you haven't heard before. Very different from what you've heard from Dan Eckberg before. So he's got a lot cooking on the stove, and you're gonna want to be able to get a heaping helping of that when it comes out. It's very different, very cool stuff. So thank you once again to Dan Eckberg. Thank you to everybody that submitted music for this show. I apologize once again for the, but I know you understand. I've been blown away by all the love and support that you guys have shown me. I got a text message on that last show, and that there was concern, and so we had to make a run for it. And fortunately, things are much, much better as far as that goes, and that's why I'm able to do this right now. So I'm glad we were able to put a cap on this episode here and get all these songs out to you, because they're all phenomenal songs, as they are every week. Always blown away by that. And yeah, if you're watching this, you'll probably be watching this like on a Monday, probably on Halloween. If you have the time, I know it's a busy day for a lot of people, but if you are watching this, I don't even know how long it's gonna take. We're at a 3-hour video, so it's gonna take a little while to upload it. So if you do catch it by Monday, check out Leela's show, 3:15 p.m. Jade, of course, will have a show, and Pete Johns has Garage Band Weekly coming up on Monday on Halloween, and I think Ron Ward's got something going on too. So lots to check out. Also check out the Metalhead Hippie channel. He's a great supporter of this channel. And if you did one of those songs for Month of Metal, send it on in bit.ly/YouRockSubmit, and see if you can't get the halftime headbang on this show. Because I encourage you to do that. I encourage you to send all your tracks in to me and all the other hosts that do shows. You got a full, almost a full listing of them down in the description. And so thank you very, very much to all of you. And I wish you all the best. And I thank you for watching this. Did you like this format? It's a little different without people, but there may be times where I have to do shows like this, and I kind of like it. Not that I don't miss all of you, because I do, but it is kind of nice to just be able to blow through everything real quick. So yeah, it may be part of the U Rock experience going forward, but there will always be the Wednesday live show. Don't you worry about that. Get those tracks in bit.ly/YouRockSubmit. And so much love to all of you, and I will see you on Wednesday for the live show. And yeah, as always, keep rocking, everybody. Take care. Are you an independent home studio musician or band that is looking for a place to get your music heard? Well, look no further. I'm Thomas Christ, a musical artist myself for more than 20 years and host of the live featured artist show You Rock, the show where I play your most rockin' music. We have an amazing, always supportive, and ever-growing community of awesome music creators and music lovers who all very much want to hear what you've got to offer. It's so insanely cool, and we want you to be a part of it. All you have to do is hashtag send it in, and it's super easy to do. Just follow the link in the description or go to bit.ly/YouRockSubmit and enter your artist and song info in the form to be considered for the show. It's that simple, folks. And be sure to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell icon so you always know when I'm live. The You Rock show currently airs each and every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, so get your tracks in for the next show, and I hope to see you there. Until then, keep rocking.